brother. Listen, just giving you a shout real quick. This the last one, you know what I'm saying? The best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey, brother, hey. Best for last. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. I heard that we won. What's going on, brother? Hey. I know you the voice of positivity. Young P. Chiavelli, what's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. What's going on, brother? Hey. Hey. Hey, we hit a rough patch. Just what you do sometimes, right? We dropped a couple games. I know you the voice of positivity, so don't let nobody get down, right? No. Hold up. I almost ended the broadcast, you know. How messed up was that? I almost ended the broadcast. Oh my days. Peach, get it together. Goodness gracious me, man. Yo. Yo, real talk, I'll show you, man. Like, yo, funky diabetic, dog. Yo, funky diabetic, man. I ain't even playing with you. I have a very special guest on, and I'm tripping out. Like, yo, blood sugar's down to like, and like, yo, can't, and the man that's on the show don't even know this. Like, I just like got a hold of him. I'm like, yo, give me 2 seconds. I'm a mess right now. Like, give me 2 seconds. Just had to like down like a bowl of sugar and like a half a thing of orange juice. Like, wow, homeboy's tripping. But anyways, let's get into this. This ain't about me. This is about West Ham United and what it was out yesterday. And we got some prospects up in the mix today. Who we gonna bring in the summer? Who's on the show tonight, Mr. AnviL, Doc? How do you mean? Let's rock the. Yo, so hello, my name is Peach, and I have a very special guest, James the AnviL. I've been watching his show for a long time, and yeah, he always puts down two two things of sense, as I would say. Hold up, because I was watching two things on my thing the other day, and my voice was way too loud. I hope this ain't too loud. Straight up, James will tell me if it's too loud still. Hold up. Is that how you put it down? I gotta get like a proper mic, dog. Hold on. But yeah. I've been watching James the AnviL's thing from time. I was lucky enough to be on a show with him on Young Jake's channel, West Ham Unofficial, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure, man. But anyways, let's bring the man them in. Let's hold up. Let's bring the man them in. What is going on, my G?
I'm good. How are you?
You? I cannot hear you.
You cannot.
Hold up 1 second. Give me 2 seconds, dog. Yeah, I can't hear you. What's up?
Really? You can't hear me? 1 minute.
Hold on. You know what? It's probably me, dog. If there's any doubt, it's me. Like straight up, I probably got like my thing like down too low now. I can't even hear two things. Hold on 1 second. Da 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 da. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I want to do this first. Hold up. Okay, got that. Okay, hold on. Hello? Hold on.
Hello?
Yo, now I can hear you, my G. Now I can hear you, man. I got my headphones down too.
Oh,
Yo, am I too
yeah.
loud or am I like okay?
No, you're fine. You're good.
Okay, brilliant, man. How's first off? Thank you for coming on. Much appreciated. How's your day? How's your day going today, man?
It's good. I've been working all day and now I'm just here waiting for this show.
Uh,
So I've had that.
Yeah, waiting for me, man. Like I was just having a little kip, and then I woke up and I was like
Hmm.
all frazzled, like I was sweating, like oh, I just had to down like 2 things of sugar and have like a thing
Hmm.
full of orange juice, like, and then a cider to go with it. So now like I'm back to normal now. How do you mean? Um, yeah. So what are you still in like La La Land? Cause of yesterday? Cause I still am, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Flipping
know how to
nuts
just.
in it.
Yeah,
Like
man,
little
it's
old
not.
West
It's
Ham
mental.
dog. Little old West Ham.
Not
Like
little
what
West
are we
Ham.
doing? What are we
Nah.
doing?
What are we
Talk to me.
doing?
You
We're
talk
just.
to, talk to me, man.
I wouldn't say there's any secrets or anything behind it. It's just hard work, passion, and commitment
Yep.
from us. That's all it is. There's no secrets to that. And you know, I want people to write us off all the time.
You want hold on, sorry, I didn't hear that problem. You want people to write us off, or you don't want people to write us off? Yo, you can hear me? Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was just talking to someone.
Yeah, no problem. Yo, I froze. Whoa, look at me, froze. Yo, you don't want people to write us off, or you want people to
I
write
do
us off?
because it makes them look stupid when we do something.
That's what I'm all about what you're saying. Like
Hmm.
you love an underdog, yeah? And it's
Yeah.
like I think that's why like half of us like I know you were born into this, like I was born into this, like, but it's like, don't you feel good to be born into like a team that's like an underdog? Like I always root for the underdog, and I don't know if that's just in me because of who I am, but do you find that similar or no? Like,
Uh, Records are always there to be broken. When you're the underdog team, I think,
yep,
yeah, and there's more risk coming with beating you because you're the one that wants it a lot more. It's the same with the FA Cup as it is with the
yep,
League
yep,
Cup, as it is with the Europa League. You're looking at that Bodo Glimt team in the UEFA Conference League. They knocked out Celtic, and they
yep,
all came close to knocking out Roma. You know,
yeah,
people
yeah,
didn't know who they were, but now they've put their name on the map. Same with West Ham.
yep. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and it's almost like, excuse me, but it's almost like Moises' mantra, isn't it? Like what you said before, you work hard, you train hard, you eat properly, you live properly, like by the guidelines of a professional. Um, like it's simple. It's really simple. You just have to put everything that I kind of just said into play to make everything a success. And what we did yesterday, I think we could have done 3, 4, 5 years ago, but we didn't have all our ducks in order. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, and I think it's also about having the right chemistry and the right players as
Yep.
well. You
And
look at
and
five
and
years.
sorry, no,
Yeah,
no, please go on.
yeah. The squad 5 years ago wasn't. It was okay. We had good players, but we didn't
Hmm.
have the chemistry. We didn't have the unity as such. And I think whereas having the shorter squad, we've got that more stronger unity. We're all looking out for each other a bit more. It's not exactly ideal in terms of depth. Obviously, I've been saying on my channel a lot we need depth, but
Yep.
we're always. in Europe, I think as well, there's a lot of incentive for players because it's their first time playing in a European competition. And we actually got a very tough group because we got experienced Europa League teams in there. Teams like Dinamo Zagreb, Rapid Vienna, they've been there and done that in Europe. We haven't really had that chance, but we've gone in there and we've shown what we're really all about. And I think
Yeah,
that all
man.
of Europe's taken the watching us, and it's going to have good repercussions in the future.
Yeah, yeah, and so saying that, and I agree with that because we are the new kids on the block. Like call us like Donnie Wahlberg and company, but we are the new kids on the block, and it's like it's mad. Like you had Sevilla,
Hmm.
who like win, 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 win.
They've won it 6 times.
You get what I'm saying, and then you have these nunces. You have these nunces that we done beat last night. Leon, didn't they win it like 6 times? Like these are proven
Um,
players in the game. We come along kind of just like, and you know what? It's everything that we just talked about. We have everything in place. We have everything in order. All
we
the
do.
ducks are aligned, and it's like Moyes' whole thing about personality. People can laugh at that. I do not. I do not laugh at that. I do not take that lightly. I think what Moyes has done with the personality thing and not signing any players just to like make the numbers, I think that's made us bigger than massive. Like, do you agree with the whole personality thing about like how Moyes is like bringing in? Well, I want to say like, do you agree with the thing like Moyes is saying about personalities with bringing in the signings? I know Moyes hasn't really brought in any signings, but the ones he has brought in, they fit like pieces in a puzzle.
Yeah.
So do you agree with the whole like I'm not going to bring him in just to make up the numbers, and like I want to get the right
Well,
personality in the dressing room as well as on the pitch and off the pitch?
yes and no.
Okay, explain.
Yes, yes and no. Because obviously, first of all, we need depth.
Yep.
So obviously, but at the same time, so that's a first and foremost thing. But you don't just bring anybody just for the sake of filling a gap up. I mean, in January, we are saying we need to fill a gap up because we need a striker. We need just to crack on and progress
Mm-hmm.
until the end of the season. So far, it's we could have done a little bit better than what we have right now. But so far it's been so good. We're still within the European race. We're into the semi-finals of the
Mm-hmm.
Europa League. So it's kind of showing that we may or may not have needed to sign players. That's just open for debate.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Moyes' character in the dressing room is to have everybody settled and that everybody's gets on well with each other. I think that's what he sees things in players that maybe we don't.
Yep.
For example,
I agree with you.
he's got people in there like Kurt Zuma, who's a proven Premier League defender and has an eye for silverware and it's from his time at
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea. You got
Mm-hmm.
Nikola Vlasic, who contributed to 44 goals in 86 games in the Russian Super League. You got players such as Thomas Suchek and Jared Bowen. They're the two most common examples that used because both of them made an instant impact when they came in that January. I think Bowen has probably been his best signing to date. For Suchek as well. You got Vladimir Sofal, who was good last season, but he's been off it a bit this season. And Moyes always talks about getting the right players in. And I mean, there's a plus and
Yeah.
minus to it. You just faff around a lot, but when we do get good players in and they perform well, we can't complain about it.
I really like what you said about Suchek because I think Suchek is one of the most underrated players that we have, and for you to like just say that him and Bowen are like the two most important signings, or like the two best signings, like hats off to you for that. I also think Su Fal is like however you
Yeah.
pronounce his name. I also think
Yes.
he reeks of international experience. When he first came in, and we were really looking for a right back. He made a difference in the first game. I think it was see, I want to say Villa, but it wasn't because that
It
was
was
Jesse
Leicester in the
Lingard's
3-0
first
win.
game. It was Leicester. Thank you. Lingard's was Leicester. Yeah, Sufal. No, sorry, Lingard's was Villa.
Villa.
Sufal's was Leicester. And what a difference he made! Like he
Yeah.
made such a. I remember watching the match with my father, and we just were like, well, myself. I was like, James. I was like, I never knew one man could make such a difference. And my dad's like, that's what an international can do for your team. And I didn't know that was possible, but like
Yeah.
Suchek, what a phenomenal signing. Like Bowen looks like a different man from last season. Like Do you think Ben Rama will ever? Do you think Moyes is doing a Bowen to Ben Rama this season, and Ben Rama will eventually come through like Bowen, or do you think Ben Rama is just like championship? That's as high as you're
No,
gonna get, or what's the issue, man?
I don't think Ben Rama is championship quality. To
So
be
you
honest,
think he's English Premier League?
well, yeah, I do. I stand by Ben Rama because we've seen that he can ball out. He did it at the
It's
start of the
the
season.
I know, but it's the final ball, James. It's like
He's just got to
he
learn from
does.
it. He's got to learn from it.
Come again?
He's just got to learn from it.
Well, go over there and teach him then now, because like he hasn't learned from it yet, man. And it's like it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that like he does those 3, 4 moves, and then that fifth and sixth move gets taken away from him. So do you think Moyes is doing a Bowen on Ben Rama this season, and like next season we're gonna see a beefed up Ben Rama, like he'll get that final ball Ben Rama? Like do you think
Well,
that's the case?
what I think could happen is that Ben Rama could not be a winger and could just be like a number 10 instead. Because you
I
know,
think Ben, yeah, yeah,
Moyes likes to mix up
yeah,
positions. I mean, Lanzini is going as a holding midfielder now.
yeah,
His
yeah.
ball retention and his passing have really improved, and Lanzini touches the ball a lot more. I've not seen him touch the ball as many times before than they did this season.
I
He's
know.
did it with
Yep. Sorry, continue.
Ben Johnson playing as a right back and a left back. Everyone was like
Yep,
left back, right back, whatever. He looks comfortable in both positions.
yep.
Who else did James? He's got an obsession with putting wingers as strikers, and I actually have that too.
Arnautovic that's her prime. That's her prime subject right
Antonio
there,
too.
man. Oh, not many. Yep, yep. Well, he's played everywhere
Um,
on the pitch, anyway, except like keeper. He's played
yeah.
everywhere. Like it's mad.
Who else? Fornals can mix across the whole
Yep.
midfield,
Well,
so it doesn't matter where
Fornals
you
is
play.
kind of like a left wing back now, isn't it? And like
Hmm.
Lanzini, he lies a lot more. Like I remember you watched that. It's a great show, man. West Ham Network. They
Yeah.
they 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 do a show, and Anton, he's the boy on there, and like he lives in Kilmarnock, and when West Ham were training in St Andrews, he was there with his family and everything, got to see them train, and one thing he commented on were the sizes of Elise and Baptiste, just saying, oh my days, they're like units, and Anton's a unit himself. He's a big man. But
Yeah.
like the next thing he was saying was that the whatchamacallit, Lanzini, he was training with the defensive midfielders. Like, and I've seen that. And I agree with what you said. He's touching the ball a lot more, but he's laying a lot more back. He's still operating like in that kind of number 10 role, but he's like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? He's like he's a bit back, and then he's a bit forward, and I think defensive is I think sorry defensive. I think defense is a real big thing with Moyes. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think what it is, it's about keeping the ball. It's what he wants,
Yeah.
keeping the ball and then working it. It's not
Yep.
hoofball. It's not Pellegrini hoofball.
Yep.
It's not long balls, long balls, long balls, hit it to your man.
Yep.
It's work the ball, play the ball low on the ground and quickly on a counter attack.
Yeah. It's like how Allardyce wants to play but can't play. You know what I mean? It's like it ain't
Yeah.
just like hit and hope. It's like what you said. You know what I mean? On the
Hmm.
ground, don't need a lot of it, but when we
Oh.
get it, we'll do you some damaging. Like,
Hmm.
and I don't mind that football. Like, give the other squad 70% of the possession, give us 30. When we get that 30, we're gonna do like everything you want to do in 70%, but like in half the time, bing bang bosh. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I do.
agree with that, man. Okay, so you wanted to talk about prospects. I want to talk about prospects too, dog. I'm like prospect savvy, dog. I know you're gonna have like stats. I'm just gonna have names, but like I know like when you come with it, you're gonna have stats. So like, yo, we'll run this, and then we'll get into the prospects. Run that. In Moines we trust. Are you all about that? Are you all about that in Moines we trust?
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so like little sloppy intro from PC Double DZ. James the Anvil. First off, where did you get the Anvil from? Like nickname?
Because you strike iron onto an anvil. West Ham was formed from the
Oh, so
steel
it's
work.
like West Ham, West Ham, West Ham.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I could say the same thing. I got the nickname Peach from being outside, like recess breakdancing, and like everybody's like, I came back from Florida where I was on vacay, and then like holiday, and like my face was like burnt up to a crisp like a peach, had a buzz haircut, and like they're all like, "We're gonna call you Peach Fuzz." Nothing to do with West Ham. My apologies. But then next thing, you know what? This is funny. We used to go to these bush parties. So bush parties are like, I don't know, you go to a high
I do.
school, you're underage, you got some beer, you're drinking the beer, messing around with a couple of girls, and like that's a bush party. So I was at one bush party, and then there was this girl there, Samantha, and she was like, "We're gonna call you Bubbles," and that's like yo, brethren, like I was all into like some hip hop and girl thing and beer thing at them times, dog. Like yo, I was West Ham, not
Yeah.
knowing I was West Ham, but I was West Ham. And this girl's like, "We're gonna call you Bubbles." I was like, "All right, Bubbles. All right, word up." So, yo, madness. So I did have kind of a West Ham nickname, but yo, it was no. There was no rhyme or reason to it. You know what I mean? But when did you get nicknamed? When did you get nicknamed the Anvil?
Since the start of the channel,
Oh, word up, word up.
it's
So
only
like, how
West
many
Ham
years is
people that
that?
call me that. 2 years.
Word up, word up, word up. And what's the channel called? Just so people know, man.
It's over my name from the Anvil West Ham United. It's the name on
There
my
you go.
screen.
I know. I just wanted you to
To
let the
search it.
people know, Doc.
You search it on the YouTube search bar, it comes up.
There, see, there you go. You search it on this
It's that
YouTube
easy.
search bar, and the shit comes up. Okay, yo, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you were David Moyes, Doc, if you were David Moyes, was the first position you would be like gauging at July 1st. That's when it opens, June
I'll
1st.
be
Whenever
gauging
the
it too.
transfer window opens, June 1st, July 1st. What position and who would you be like running towards to say, I want your signature, I want you to sign for West Ham, whatever you want, I give it to you. Let's
Yeah.
have you on our team. Who is it?
There's
What position is it? Show me.
there are two.
No,
Midfield and striker.
just one first, dog.
Just
You
one.
only get
Okay, striker
like
then. Okay. Striker.
okay, go
Okay.
on. Wicked striker. Yeah, yeah.
Of course. Okay. So if we're going to go for a striker, Jonathan David's one that comes to mind, not just because we're both living in Canada, but he's a beast.
Yep.
Sal
That's
Lauren
one of,
is a
that,
name
that
that
that was
comes
one
to
of my
mind.
prospects. Like you can even ask like people that I was like messaging, like
Hmm.
just telling them you were coming on, and like I was saying about prospects and thing. And yeah, one of mine was Jonathan David, man. He's beautiful in it.
He is.
I know. I know,
Uh,
man. And
if
how
not
much would you
him,
pay for him?
I don't know what's his asking fee. I think it's around like 35 million, 40 million,
Yeah. That's
which
it.
is fair. I think that's fair
Yeah,
for him.
me too.
If not, and people disagree with this, but Sal Lauren as well from Besiktas, another Canadian.
Who's who's
He's
who's 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 that, mate?
Sal Lauren,
Oh, okay, yeah. I do
another
know of him. Yeah,
Brampton's finest.
yeah.
He's uh, had two 4 goal games last season for Besiktas.
Yep.
And I don't like people saying the Turkish Super League's like a farmers league because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It is not. It's not for washed up players. A lot of good players have come out of that league. Sal Lauren's one of them. He's a very instinctive striker. Well, he's a winger,
Yeah,
but you know what Moyes is going to do with the winger? Put it as a striker.
that's actually a good show because I did see him play in. When was it? It was oh, like Canada played USA. Then they played Jamaica. It was Canada against Jamaica. I
Yeah,
think that I seen him in, and he looked proper. He looked proper. Like
he
that's.
did.
But I never thought of him. I never thought of him in a West Ham connection ever. So
Hmm.
that's a good shout. That's a good shout, man. That is a good shout. So yeah, so okay, so you take the two Canadian boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, those are two because either or.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
I have to pick
yeah.
one, Jonathan
What
David. For
what
me, if I have to
is
pick one,
what is yeah? Oh, 100%. But the other boy, how did the Bramptons find this? Like, and Brampton's like only like 20 minutes away from where I live, Doug. But like what's the boy's name? Saint Laurent?
Sile Lauren.
Sio Lawrence. Sorry, calling him Saint. He
Yeah,
will be a
I think
saint.
he's
What?
like 26 or 27 years old, so he's still quite young.
Yep,
He's been with Besiktas for a few years now. He used to play in the MLS,
yep.
but he's a very instinctive player. He acts on instinct a lot.
I love that.
Hmm.
That was like Yarmolenko's goal. Who was it against? Who was it against? He didn't have time to think. Was it Newcastle? He didn't have time to think, and it was just like he touched it with his left foot and kicked it with his right foot, or vice versa. It was he had no time to think, and it was either I think it was either Fornals or Ben Rama to put the ball into him.
Oh, that was against Aston Villa.
That was Aston Villa. My bad. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
Hmm.
Yeah. What? Like that's instinct, and that's what
Yeah.
you're saying. The LeBron boys like.
Hmm.
You're saying that like
Absolutely. Yes.
he's just
Yeah.
instinct like
He just
that.
acts on it. Yeah.
It's like Jermaine Defoe, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
yeah, one
Pretty
hundred
much.
percent. Yeah, one hundred
You him
percent.
and Atiba Hutchison are the two Canadians at Besiktas. So that's why, and they're really popular players.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. No, I agree with that. Let me throw a name at you and let me know what you think. And I know you know of him because we've been after him. He plays for Fulham, and his name's Carvalho, and he's a
He's going to
striker.
Liverpool.
No, he's not.
He is.
Why did you just say that? Because me and my father were talking about him earlier on today, and I was like, he
The
reminds me
deal's
of
been agreed.
Jota. No, no. Because I was saying, homeboy reminds me of Jota, like just the way he goes about. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's been agreed, it's done and dusted.
Yeah.
Ah,
Fabrizio
boy.
said so.
See, we should have gone for him when we were in for like him and Tony and who was the other boy that ended up going to flipping Southampton? Um, what was the
Mm,
boy's? You know what I'm talking? Not Ashby. We got Ashby, Harrison Ashby, but the boy's name. He was on our radar, man. Bradley? No,
uh,
it wasn't Bradley. He went. He ended up
Brozier.
going. Come again?
Brozier.
No, no. Oh, would you take him?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Good discussion.
Yeah, me too. No, the boy's name. What was the boy's name? Oh man, we were talking about him in the summer. I remember talking to like loads of people about this boy, man. It'll come to me eventually. Bradley. Is that his name? Bradley?
Bradley. What? Michael Bradley?
No, he was Bradley and he ended up going to Southampton, I think.
Uh,
He ended up going to Southampton and like he really hasn't hit the ground running, but he scored like some goals here and there. I think his name was Bradley, something like that. And it'll come to me. But like, yeah, he looked pretty tidy. Do you think we missed a trick in not getting Ivan Tony?
yeah, kind of.
Me too.
Because I think he's yeah.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I thought. Do you have any statistics on him, or like just
Ivan Tony. I don't have any statistics on him, but I know that
he's just a good
he's a goal
striker, isn't
machine.
he?
He is a
Yeah,
good striker.
and like
Real poacher of a striker.
yeah, like your old school poacher of like your rude Van Nistelrooy type things, Doc. Like he's
Yeah,
like damn, like and his penalty taking is bar none, like up there with the best of them. Like, and
he is.
apparently, like who was it? Who was it? Who was it? AnviL, Moyes. He was after
Yeah.
Eze. Like I rate him too, but like, and we could have had any. Do you think that's the board kind of like? You know, keeping their hands like behind their back and not in their pockets? Like, do you think that's to do with them, or do you think that's more is just saying, yeah, I don't need it just yet. We're good.
Um. Well, it's a little bit of both. I think Moyes. has forced the board to do a lot of changes. He's forced the
Yep.
board to sign players, even though they haven't wanted to. I mean, he's probably forced them to sign Zuma for all we know.
Yep.
Um, but to up it, Moyes has to just be more proactive. That's
Now,
just the issue.
is that Moyes being more proactive, or is that Paul?
Moyes,
All I want
he
to say
needs
is
to.
Paul Newman, Rob Newman, not Paul
Yeah,
Newman. Is that
he's
Rob
dead.
Newman not being like reactive at all, or like is it Moyes, or is it more than Moyes? You get what I'm saying?
Well, Moyes and Newman. I don't know what. Just Newman doesn't even do anything. To be honest with you, I mean, he's stealing a living at the club as far as I'm concerned. He's not done anything in January. He's coming
But he only
October.
just arrived, dog. He only just arrived
Yes,
like 2 months before that.
yeah, but still,
Give the man a break, man.
I haven't heard a word from him since he came.
I know, but he was Brethren. He was like he didn't even have time to set up his like little like I don't know kiosk in his like own flipping like office dog. He didn't have time to like even put his like tea bags up in the little kitchen they got dog. It was 2 months. Like this is a man that was at Man City for eons, and then he goes to West Ham. Didn't even get to like put his jacket on the coat rack, dog. And we're all like, why didn't you make any signings? What are you dealing with? What are you doing? I think that me saying that, like I am taking the piss, but like me saying that, I think that this summer will dictate if he's done piss all
Hmm.
or if he does something. Like, would you at least give him this summer just to see, like,
Yeah,
thank you? So would I. So would I, man. Because, like,
if
everybody
not, I'll apply for head of
and
recruitment or
and
whatever it
and
is. I
and
got a
and
list.
you got my vote, dog. You got my vote, dog. You got my vote, dog. But
I
it's
got a
like
list of players.
I know you got to listen. Listen, I'm gonna get you on to listen. Look at this guy. He's got his like gold phone, and he's like, I got a list of players. Pete, shut the cup and let me talk about my list of players. But I'll show you this, dog. I will show you this. If Daniel Krasinski does what he's supposed to do, is everybody gonna get off his back and be like, why didn't you come in to buy all the players and give us the money? He never came in for that reason. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you have any beef with like the whole Daniel Kaczynski thing or no?
I don't have beef with him. No, I don't have beef with him. I don't have beef with the whole situation. As long as he
Hmm.
puts the money in the summer, everything's going to be fine. As long as everything goes right in the summer, everything's fine.
Yep. I okay. I agree. Now I agree. Now okay. Bring on these prospects, dog. Like shut the internet down, break the internet, cut it
Well, I'll
off
give you a
by its
couple because
legs.
didn't we say we was gonna do? I don't know. Did we say we were gonna do a separate show with all of these? I'll give you a couple.
No, just give me tasters, dog. Just give me tasters, dog. That's it.
So some players I've looked at. I've looked all across different leagues. I've looked at players that we've been linked with before. Other players that I think will definitely benefit the team. I've looked at centre backs, midfield, and attack overall. Goalkeeper for me, Ariola to sign permanently would just be ideal. So I've not really put too much thought into that. Players such as
Yeah.
let's see, Gerard Dalfeu,
Who's
who
that?
I think Gerard Dalfeu, who used to play for Watford, who now plays for
Oh,
Udinese.
yeah, 100%. Yep, 100%.
Yep, take him.
Yep,
You know what? He's needed stability in his career.
yep.
He got that at Watford because before then he was playing for AC Milan, Barcelona. He was never going to be a regular starter there. Okay, played a few games. He wasn't regular starter.
He was at Everton, wasn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
didn't
good
really.
player. Good player.
He's very 2-footed,
Yep,
excellent vision. That's what I like about him.
yep. I agree with you.
No, it's not just because he's come from Barcelona.
Yeah, yeah. And I always said that it was him and Adama Traore. I always used to say like I know Traore was on Barcelona's B team, and I know that I can't pronounce his name, but the boy you're talking about, because I always call him De Falu or De La Fau. How do you pronounce his name?
Dalfeu.
Dalfeu. Okay, so him, whenever he was playing for Everton, I always used to chirp on about, yeah, he came from Barcelona. Like it's a big thing, but it is a big thing because Barcelona still is Barcelona. Like, and yeah, no, I rate him. You know who else I rate? But he's just playing too good right now for us to get him. I think is that Gallagher boy, man. Conor
Oh, he's
Gallagher. I think
class.
he is ridiculous.
He's a mental player.
He don't stop running. It's
I
like
know.
he's what is up with him, man? It's like he's like the Energizer Bunny come to real life. It's. Would you take Traore or no? He's already
I've got
cooked for
another
you.
Traore on my list that I'd take that's not a
Ooh,
Dharma.
ooh, who's this? To talk to me.
Lacina Traore,
Okay, who does he play for?
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Okay,
You know,
good.
because of this, well, because of the situation that's going on in the Ukraine and Russia right now, I
Yep.
feel that I'm not saying this in like a nasty way or a bad way. I think we
Mhm.
could take advantage of the teams in terms of transfers there.
No, I
Because I
hear
know
you.
a lot
I
of
hear
players
you.
in Russia. In Russia, bank accounts have been frozen. There's been heavy financial sanctions. A lot of foreign players will be trying to get out. I know foreign coaches already have.
Yep.
Daniel Farker's already trying to get out of
Yep.
there. Ukraine, obviously, the situation there's how sad it is. A lot of foreign players trying to get out of there. Lassina Traore, here the downside is that he did get injured, but before that, he had 6 goals in 7 games in his first 7 starts for Donetsk before the war hit.
Wow.
And he reminds me of Mikel Antonio, man. He's so beast.
Yeah. 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 Like just focal point type things. Like you put him
Yeah,
up front. Yeah. Tank type things. Yep. 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 Yep.
he fled to Romania when the war hit and
Wow.
stayed there for a little bit.
Wow. There was another. There was another. There was another Antonio kind of somebody that kind of like replicated what he does, who we were after, and he's a beast too. Forget the name I forget the name for the life of me of who he is. But you
Mm,
think we need to? He was from where was he from? He was from. It wasn't El Nazari because I saw him play. I wasn't too impressed.
no, he's not
Um,
a beast.
no, I wasn't too impressed. Nunez, you impressed with Nunez? Like maybe that's the
Yeah,
boy
I'm
they were
impressed with
talking about.
Nunes.
Yeah, maybe that's the boy they were talking about. Nunez. Maybe Nunez was because he is big in stature, isn't he? Like he's not tiny.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think
good.
I think that's I think that's how much would you pay for Nunez, James?
30 to 45 million.
So you wouldn't go over 40 million for a striker?
Well, the thing is with Nunes, he'd be worth it.
Oh no, I agree with you 100%. But there was rumors of us like going for Marcus Rashford for like 80 million, and I'm like, no,
No,
thank
no,
you.
no, no,
On
no, no,
loan,
no, 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 no,
on
no, no,
loan, yes,
no.
please. But thank you. See, you're on the same page. 80 million. I'm not even forking out 40 million for Rashford.
I'm not having him right bloody essays every time he misses a penalty or something,
Mm-hmm.
and give and
Mm-hmm.
give and giving me the whole, a whole textbook yellow pages full of why
Yep.
he lost. I'm like,
Yep.
geez,
Yep.
I can't be asked for that.
No, no, I agree with you, man. I agree with you, man. It's like I know Moyes got the best out of Lingard, which is another name, which we have him back.
Funny you mention Antonio because I've got an Antonio on my list.
No, Lingard. Sorry, Lingard. Would you bring Lingard back?
Yes,
Me too. Me too. I'd
he,
bring
he
Lingard
screwed
back.
himself by staying at Man
Oh,
United.
not many. Not many. Homeboys got what? Like not even what? Not even 20 minutes? Like I'd probably more, but I don't know. It seems like that. Like he and Manchester United, not our United, but Manchester United, they got an next manager already like coming into place in the summer. So who knows if
Yeah.
like Lingard or Rashford's gonna be
Hmm.
on their list. Like they might not be, but like because of what Moyes did with Lingard, do you think he would be able to have the same effect on Rashford or no?
I don't think he'd want Rashford near the team because Rashford's got an ego and a personality on social
That's
media.
what you were saying. Yeah, that's what you were saying. But so does Lingard though.
Yeah, but Lingard's not publicity stunt or anything.
No, you're right. You're
Not
right.
to say Rashford's done a bad thing. Rashford's done a
Yeah,
great thing
yeah.
but it's other things he goes about. The thing is, when he missed a penalty in the Euro final, he's got a
Mm-hmm.
huge essay to write about it. Where it's Mother's
Done it.
Day,
Mm-hmm.
only 3 words: "Love you, mum."
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
your priorities?
yeah, 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 yeah. Right. Yo, I like that, dog. That was deep. I don't think a lot of people caught that, but that was deep.
Hmm.
That was deep, man. So, yo, you were saying about Antonio, and you got another Antonio on your list of goodies, man.
Yeah, it's another M Antonio as well.
What? Shut up, man. No, it's not.
Marcus
How?
Antonio,
Where is he from?
Brazil,
I like that.
and he
Was
plays for
he?
Shakhtar
Yeah, right. You got two players
again.
for Shakhtar. What's his like? Not to go deep into the stats, but like, does he get like over 10 goals a season?
He's not a striker. He's a deep line playmaking midfielder.
Yeah. So you know what Moyes is gonna
Here's
do? Put him at winger and then put him at striker. No, go on.
here's the thing with Marcus Antonio. I watched some game highlights from him.
Mm-hmm.
He makes crisp passes. He's not a long ball player. Let you get Lanzini to do that.
All right.
But Marcus Antonio is able to make intelligent decisions and good passes,
Word up.
which I
Word.
respect. He's not. He admits himself, I'm not the goal scorer on the team. He has scored goals every now and again, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
why he's there.
he makes the engine go round and round and round and round. I get what you're
Yeah,
saying. I
hmm.
get what you're saying, man.
It
And then
helps. There is a cog in it.
that's it. Yes, yes, 100%. Now, is he left-sided, right-sided?
He's right-footed.
Okay. So, but is he playing the left or the right?
He tends to play. Usually, he plays left.
See, so that's good for us. And the other thing, I never knew that. Who was it? Who was it? Elise or Baptiste? Is it Elise, Baptiste, or Langelo? I know they kind of all like center back and left back, but like one of them's like left-footed center
Hmm.
back, so it can't be Langelo. It has to be either Baptiste or Elise because like Langelo's left. So this is like a center back who has a left foot as well as
Yeah.
Obana. But I never knew this boy had a left foot. So getting another like left back in there, kind of to put the fire up Langelo's belly and Cresswell as long as he can stay with us for. And like the other day, who was it? Johnson. How good did you think he played at left back? Because I thought
Johnson
he
was
played
fantastic.
phenomenal. I thought
He
he
was
was phenomenal.
always getting behind Fornals.
Yep, yep,
He works well with Fornals. He works well with Fornals. Actually, Johnson.
yep.
He does. They actually are an underrated team, and I don't think anyone else notices it. But
Mm,
Fornals is the holding player and
yep,
allowing Johnson to cross.
yep. It makes sense. And
He
and and
does.
and Fornals he is Fornals is not afraid, James, to like track back and like do that dirty work. And
Hmm.
I love that about him. But then he can set up a pass of anything to like the players in the box just to like knock it in. Like
No.
he's the Spanish Iniesta in it. Like
Yeah.
he's magic, man. So,
He
okay,
is.
so strikers. You went strikers. You went left back. Anybody in the midfield we need, you think, or no?
Well, the players I mentioned that Marcus Antonio mentioned was a midfielder,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll count him.
Sorry,
Okay.
apologize.
Midfielder. And are we? Oh, guess what? We got another Diop.
What? Come again? Hold on. Diop.
Yeah, and a midfielder called Sofiane Diop.
See, you're screwing me over though, Doc, because you're like mentioning names like Antonio and Diop. They're already on our team, Doc, and it's like
Yeah.
you got like other names with other players with the same names.
Well, Diop's a popular African French surname.
Flipping hell, so is Smith, but like we don't have 11 Smiths. Like, what
No,
okay, tell me about this Diop boy. Like,
Sofiane Diop. I think he's Moroccan or something like
okay,
that. He's
yep,
one thing that he's always had to do with that his career is prove people wrong because of his height. He's below 6 foot,
I love it.
and when in his early years playing in Ligue 1, he was often slated for not being tall enough for an attacking midfielder.
Mm-hmm,
But the good thing about having the short height is that he's, if it makes more sense, aerodynamic a little bit more. He's able
mm-hmm,
to get a bit more pace on his legs. He's got mad legs on
mm-hmm,
him.
mm-hmm.
He's very straight, direct dribbler of the ball down the flanks.
Yep,
Um, when he gets from, say, the middle to the final third,
yep.
that's when he then decides what to do next. Generally, what he does, he tends to either play a diagonal ball into the box
Okay.
or he tends to play a lateral ball.
All right.
to another midfielder to either have a shot or to make another pass. So Sofiane Diop would be a creative attacking midfielder
Okay.
to have, and he's actually not bad in front of goal. When he shoots, he tends to shoot from inside the box.
So he'd be similar to your Lanzinis. He'd be similar to like
Yeah, he
that
would
kind
be.
of player. Okay.
Yeah. What else I got here? Matteo Pessina.
Persina. Where does he play? What
I think
position
he
does he
plays.
play?
He's a central midfielder. He's Italian, and I believe he plays for Atalanta.
Okay.
He had one of Europe's highest dribbling rates last season. It was about 87% successful dribbling rate.
Okay.
And
That's not too shabby, man.
he idolizes Frank Lampard.
We can work with him on that. We could work with
Yeah.
him on that. Like, don't worry.
He
He a
had a
good
really good
artist.
Euros, Matteo Pessina. I have to
I
admit.
know, but we could start like getting him to idolize like Bobby Zamora and not
Yeah.
Frank Lampard. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Steve Lomas. Like, no, but no. He had joking aside. He had a good Euros.
He did. He had an excellent Euros. He,
Piscina,
would, he molded himself into a starter in Roberto Mancini's team for a little bit.
really.
Yeah.
So he knows. Okay, he knows how to ball. He knows how to ball. I like that. I like that, man. I like, and his nationality is
Italian.
okay. Italia, okay. And he plays for the national. Well, yeah, national team, of course. Like, yeah, okay. Nice, man. Nice. Did you see? Do you see us like? What's your thoughts on Areola? Do we grab him up? I say we grab him up.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
100% because he's be a goalkeeper. You get about 5-6 years out of him in the long run. He's won a World Cup. He's won league titles at PSG.
Yeah.
Excellent season with Fulham. He's put in some dazzling performances for us. I don't know what more we want.
No, we can't. We can't want like, I don't know. You hear this rumor going around about Johnston? I don't want Johnston. I want Areola.
No, Johnston
Thank
doesn't
you.
pack it.
Thank you.
Doesn't cut it for me.
Thank you. You feel my pain because like
Dude,
Johnson, he's just yeah. Areola is special. He has reflexes of a cat. Like
he does.
honest to goodness, man. Honest to goodness, man.
I do.
Yo, and any like anybody else, anything else you want to talk about, Doc? 'Cause I know you got these prospects down, and we'll do that crop
Anybody have any
after.
names they want me to look at? Just look. Just let me know on Twitter or anything, or just even comment them below, and I'll take a look.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know
big
someone
up.
put Nico
Oh, go
Schlotterbeck
ahead.
on the list. Nico
Come again?
Schlotterbeck's actually someone mentioned Nico Schlotterbeck. He's on my list. I was
Oh, word
way
up.
ahead of
There
you.
you go.
Way ahead of you, my guy.
Don't know. See, man, I'm got like skills to pay the bills. Yo, big up my brethren, Matt Rosenboom. Still, dog. I ain't seen that man for a while. Gaza, Duke, everybody's in the building, dog. Everybody's in the building. I'm going back like from time still, man. Um, yeah. So like, yo, what? Pete, speak up. Pete, speak up. Yo, I'm good like this. I don't like myself too loud, dog, because I'm already loud as it is. But like, yo, you said about wingers. You said about. You didn't say nothing about defenders. Any
Yes.
defenders on your list?
Hmm. Let's take a look.
Please
I
do.
do
Uh
some.
oh. Uh oh.
Yeah.
Uh oh. Danger in the graveyard chamber. Who do you got for defenders, dog?
I have. What? I have Schlotterbeck, who we mentioned. He's a left-footed defender, left-footed centre back. Ain't that what we need?
What's his name? What's his name? Sorry.
Schlotterbeck, German.
Slotterback. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Slotterback.
Uh,
Where does he play? Like
well,
does he play like as a wing back, as a
centre
fullback,
back,
center half? Okay,
centre back.
okay, center half. I got you.
What's defenders? Attila Szalai, I've got here.
Who does he play for?
Fenerbahce.
Okay, Fenerbahce. Okay, they're a good squad. Okay,
Yeah,
go on.
they got good team.
So and he's like
Um,
and the last guy you said he's like center half as well, or is he like on
Szalai's
either
known
side?
as the Hungarian Van Dijk.
Oh yes, please. I'll
He's
take some of that, dog.
beast. He's a monster of a
Yo,
defender.
Yeah, so is Van Dyke. Like I'd like somebody like Trent Alexander Arnold to tell you the truth, man. Like that, like Trent Alexander and Arnold, like Klopp got it so right. Klopp got it so right with Robertson and Trent Alexander Arnold, and
Yeah,
then he got it even more right when he bought Mane for more than, who was saying this the other day? Gonzo from Hammers Chat. He was saying like all Klopp wanted was Mane, and Southampton charged Liverpool a lot more than what Mane's really worth. But he was just like, go out and get my man, and I want Mane. And basically, Gonzo was saying this about Rafinha. It's like David Moyes has earned his status, his reputation, basically just to say to the board now, this is what I want at all costs. Get the man. I don't care. He's going to fit into the squad. And that's what they did with Mane. And
yeah.
that's what we need to do. Now, do you think Rafinha is the right? Do you think he is the answer to our situation right now?
It'd be amazing.
Boom, boom. Thank you very much. He's a magician of all trades, isn't he? Like really, like in the
He's so
middle.
smart. He's a smart
Yeah,
player.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hard to get past him.
Kevin Phillips or Calvin Phillips. Sorry, I always say
Calvin.
Kevin. I always say Kevin. Calvin Phillips. What's your thoughts?
Uh, yes. I think it's a homegrown player.
Look at this guy. He's like, yes, yes. Yo, he's like, he's him and Bryce already done do it for England. So what's the, if Suche can't play, then Calvin Phillips can play, or you could play
Yeah,
all three of them, and then we just be like a brick wall. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I kind of agreed with like everything you said so far, because like you're not talking sideways, you're talking like,
I
yeah,
don't.
nah, I know
I
you're
don't
talking.
piss about.
You're talking good talk, dog. You are talking good talk. Well, listen, we'll leave the people wanting some more, man, because we'll get on. We'll do proper, like, um, prospect show on who, like, we could even do it so we get like that app, that My 11 app, where it's like, yo, we turn all the strips like claret and blue, and then whatever players we want, we'll just put them up in there. And yeah, no, we'll do like remember Rusty B? Remember when he used to do like My Hammers 11? It's like
Yeah, when
we'll do a My Hammers 11 of people that we could sign.
yeah,
And so yeah, we'll do one of them, Doc. We'll do one of them, man. Honestly, same bat time, same bat channel. Is this like the best time to get a hold of you?
yeah. Well, usually right now, like well, 9 Eastern time. Usually
Yeah,
a
it's
good time
seven
to get
o'clock
hold of
where
me for
you are
now.
though, right?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, yeah.
All right, man. All right. Well, thank you very much for blessing us with your presence, man. It's
Oh, so
been
it's a pleasure.
it's been our pleasure. And when I say our, I'm talking like Franco and myself. It's been our pleasure, my pleasure, and we will continue. And that's why I will put this on right now. Hold on. Where's that? I got this little thing, and it says to be continued. It's like that thing from Back to the
Oh yeah, I'll
Future.
show you all my scouts, all my scouting reports,
There you go. So people, get your ears ready, cause you
and send
don't
names
know.
in to me.
Yes, yeah. What's your email address so people can get a hold of you, dog?
Just message me on Twitter from the Anvil
There you go.
WHU.
Boom, boom. There you go. People that are watching, sent. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get into the comments like usual. I just was into the conversation me and James were having. um yeah, but send in any ideas, any thoughts on who you'd like to see James scout out, myself scout out. You can get a hold of me at WeStHaMRaNdoM, and on Twitter, WeStHaMRaNdoM on Twitter, WeStHaMRaNdoM at
Yes,
gmail.com. And yo, we'll do this. We'll do this a week from today. We'll do this a week from today. So we'll be back. We'll do this a week from today, and we will see you all then.
you will.
And yeah, this is the to be continued thing. Watch this.